The Department of Homeland Security has issued a new warning tonight about the power grid. A bulletin warns of possible attacks in Oregon, just like the ones in North Carolina over the weekend. Tonight, tens of thousands in North Carolina are still without power. They are in the cold and in the dark. And the people who shot up and destroyed 2 electrical substations are on the run. Power won't be back on until Thursday at the earliest. Of course, that means electronic devices are hard, if not impossible, to charge. There are far worse consequences. No power means no water for residents who need electricity to pump well water. Schools don't have heat or lights. Kids are at home for a second straight day. Businesses without generators can't operate. Even those with generators are certainly curtailed in their activities. No more streetlights means more accidents. No traffic signals as well, more accidents. No home heat means more house fires, so fire departments are under stress. Hospitals are operating on generators, have to cancel elective surgeries. Also, cell phone towers, backup generators only have fuel for about 30 to 48 hours. They're already having to refuel those. Police have still no idea who carried out the attack. Whoever it was has exposed an uncomfortable truth, not just about North Carolina, but about American security. Our power grid can easily be targeted and dismantled, and the small fences defending these substations are much more about keeping people out and protecting them from being electrocuted than protecting what's inside. Nick Pacenciero is chairman of the Board of Commissioners in Moore County, North Carolina, joins us now. Mr. Commissioner, we appreciate you were out with the Duke Energy people earlier, and I know the FBI is still investigating. Are we any closer to understanding who did this and how they did it?
No, not really. Most of our time that we've been spending has been trying to get the power back on, keeping people informed on those issues. As far as the law enforcement, they're keeping that pretty close to the vest so that they can find these perpetrators and bring them to justice. I do have some good news to report. Duke Power has worked so hard and so diligently that it looks like our power will be back on for the county tomorrow instead of Thursday. So that's some good news.
Definitely good news. The flip side of this is just how vulnerable our infrastructure is. You think about these huge power substations, right? Most of us drive by. There's a little fence that says danger, high voltage, keep out. Well, no kidding, we'll keep out. As you talk to Duke Energy down there, how sophisticated of an attack was this? In that, how much did the people who carry this attack out have to know about what to target and how to target it?
Now, this is mostly my opinion, but after watching and actually going to the site today, and actually the CEO of Duke Power was there as well. Lynn Goodman was there with us. We talked a lot about that. The actual location of this substation is out really. It's very hard to get to, and it's enormous in size. So think of about the size of 3/4 of a football field. And whoever was the person or persons that did this knew right where to shoot to create a slow leak into the transformers, which drain the oil, and so that they had time to get out and get away before anyone would notice as far as the power grid going down in Duke's control center. So whoever did this, I believe, personally, being a computer person myself, I just believe this is something that somebody knew where to shoot, how to plan it, make it look like maybe by doing another substation in Carthage, that may have been a diversion, that this was the target because it brought down the main grid, basically Southern Pines, Pinehurst, and Aberdeen.
Do we have any idea why your county in North Carolina, Moore County's beautiful. Pinehurst is there, a place that every golfer knows and loves. But this is rural North Carolina. This is not downtown Chicago. This is not some huge military installation or something of the like.
Well, it proves to me that, and this starts at the leadership in Washington, D.C. When we have such a divided country, people are right now, it doesn't take much to tick them off. Why here? Who knows? We won't know till we catch the perpetrator. I do know that our guys are working around the clock. Federal and state are helping us out, and I'm pretty sure we'll catch the perpetrator.
Well, we certainly hope so. The FBI and others are now warning about possible other attacks. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.